Welcome back, friends, to the 2019-2020 school year and our Parent Advisory Council headlines videos. We had our very first meeting of the Parent Advisory Council on August 14th, and I am going to fill you in on the major topics that we talked about, the announcements that happened, and fill you in, give you a little sneak peek on what's to come for September. So in case you are new here, my goal is always to give you a brief overview of what we talked about during our last meeting in case you missed it. I try to be about 10 to 15 minutes so that you can quickly catch up, share this information out with your partner district parent advisory councils if you have one, or your friends who are also parents of children with special needs and receiving services here in the St. Louis County group of school districts. And yeah, we're glad to have you here. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and sharing this video, because I do it hoping that it provides value for you guys. And the way that I know that I'm providing value and that it is a useful tool is by your subscribing and watching the videos. So if you want me to keep doing these, please consider doing that. All right, so as I mentioned, we met on August 14th of this month, and we really had three main things that we talked about. First, we got to meet our brand new superintendent, Dr. Elizabeth Keenan. Second, we had an update on the Parent First Point of Contact program that SSD rolled out last year. And third, we did a little bit of a brainstorming session about what our top concerns are for the year. So we have, I'll dive into each one of those and then wrap up with announcements and again, kind of a sneak peek on what's coming up in September. So Dr. Keenan spoke with us, kind of gave us an overview of her own background and how she came to apply and be selected for the superintendency of special school district. One thing that she highlighted is that across her career, she has worked to revitalize or institute parent advisory councils where there weren't any, and has partnered with parent advisory councils where they existed. So that is great news for us. We really look forward to working hand in hand with Dr. Keenan. She's all about getting advice from us, so that advisory function that that we provide, and is open to our comments and our concerns and addressing those and working closely with us. So that was great. In September, we will get an update from her on what her goals are. She had just briefed the Board of Education the night before our meeting, so wasn't quite ready to share those with us, but she's going to bring those to us in September. So that was pretty much Dr. Keenan's update. And then the second topic that we talked about was the Parent First Point of Contact program. This is a program that SSD has put into place so that when a parent requests an evaluation and when the team makes that first initial decision of, yes, we're going to move forward with an evaluation, that information gets put into the SSD system. Someone from the Parent Education and Diversity Awareness group reaches out and actually has a phone call with that parent to say, okay, we're kicking off this big process. Let's get you some information. Let's basically give you an orientation to the process, to the places where you can get more information and get support and the resources that are available to you. It was piloted in 5 school districts, and towards the end of last year rolled out to a couple more. They are full ahead with all 22 partner districts now here in St. Louis County. So it's been very well received. They're expecting to reach out to over 5,500 students and families of students this year. So it's going to be a big job, but I think it really helps parents start to understand what the system is and how to work in it. So it's going to be a very useful resource. And then the third thing that we talked about was we did a brainstorming session on what the hot topics are for This coming year, we talked about some things that we didn't address last year, some things that we did address last year that we want to revisit, and had a really good just brainstorming session. All of those are going to be compiled and sent out to you via a Survey Monkey survey for our elected, for all of our members. So if you've just been a visitor, or if you're a visitor to this YouTube site, you might not get this survey. If you have something, you can always send us an email at the PAC email address. I will put that in the little highlight bar down here, and it's always in the show notes. If you click on more details underneath the title of this video, our PAC email is always in there. So if you have something for us and you get it to us here in the next week or so, then we can maybe include it in our hot topic. We're going to rank those, and then that will drive the meeting topics and discussions that we have for the rest of the year. Then the Parent Education and Diversity Awareness group gave us a quick update. The first thing is that before our next meeting, which is on September 11th, they want to let you know that they are doing an open house and tour of the Family Resource and our Family and Community Resource Center and the Instructional Resource Center. So if you don't know what those are, they have a lending library of both technology and like assistive technology, as well as books and videos and pamphlets and. So if there's literally any topic that you're interested in, they've probably got a book on it. From 4 to 7 p.m., which is just before our meeting, they are doing an open house and tour. So from 4 until 7. So before you come to our meeting on September 11th from 7 to 9, 9-ish, we try to get out earlier than that. You can come maybe a half an hour early and take a quick tour and see what they have to share there. The other thing that they want me to let you guys know is if you're interested in doing their Parent Leadership Institute, there are still a couple of spots open, which is fantastic. The last couple of years, there's been a waiting list. I did it 2 years ago. It is amazing. It's 3 Saturdays, 1 Saturday per month for September, October, and November. They're full Saturdays, so there is a time commitment, but you will learn so much and you will connect with a really great group of other parents really deeply. Like, you'll hear each other's stories, you'll encourage each other, you'll support each other. It's just fantastic. I am still in a Facebook group and reach out to consistently the people that were in my Leadership Institute group. So you'll learn about transitioning your kid out of school age and into adulthood. You'll learn about how to advocate better, how to manage things better. It's just a great program. They feed you lunch, so that's good. And yeah, so there are still spots available. You would need to apply by August 31st-ish. They said they can be flexible, like kind of up until the day before it starts, but you would want to, September 7th. So I'll put the right date down here and in the notes, along with a link to the application. The other thing is that they're actually talking about transitions. The creator of the life course, the Charting My Life course program, for those of you who have gone through some of the transitions that kids go through later in their school career, this is a really great resource that SSD has brought. The creator is at UMKC, and they're actually going to be coming in to provide a course, and that's going to be in December, and we'll be letting you know about that. The other thing is, of course, there is soon to be in your mailbox. This is a beta copy, but the new Parent Connection newsletter. So most of you may know you get 2 different newsletters from Special School District. One is from Special School District, and then there's another one that's all about the parent resources. So that's this one, that's the Parent Connection. They've redesigned it so that it's in full color, so that maybe it stands out a little bit better, so that you know which one is which. But this one has all sorts of, oh, I'm showing you the back. This one has all sorts of really great information. It's got information about the Parent Advisory Council and our meetings and our website over here on this side. But then all of the pages in here are all of the different workshops that they provide, free of charge, most of them, in the evening on a variety of different topics. So take a look at this when it hits your mailbox and go through it, bookmark, register for the workshops that you might be interested in. This is also available digitally on both our Parent Advisory Council website and the main SSD website. So take a look at that. Oh, there is a new Parent Advisory, or I'm sorry, there's a new Parent Education and Diversity Awareness website that I will also link to. That one was totally redone last year. It's fantastic. It's got a lot of really great tools for you, so I'm excited for you to check that out. And then SSD in general is going to be revamping their whole website this year, so some of the parents are going to be involved in providing some input into that process and some suggestions. So that pretty much wraps us up. Again, our next meeting is September 11th at 7 p.m. We always meet at the SSD central office. We are going to be reviewing kind of state of the PAC and taking a look at Dr. Keenan's goals, and then maybe one other topic that we're still trying to finalize. We will be going over the results of the survey that I send out about what our main priorities are for the year and how the members have ranked them. So that'll be a really good meeting to come to provide your input, to really set the agendas for the rest of the year. So I hope everybody can come. We are also looking at some how to bring technology in so that you guys can join via video conference, and that count as actually attendance for your membership so that you can vote. We are in the process of exploring our options for that and taking a look at that. So as soon as there's any update, I will let you know. I know getting out it's tough for most of us in the evenings. So we're looking to try and make this as easy as possible to be involved, because we want your voice and we want you involved. So I hope to see a ton of people on September 11th at 7 p.m. And if you have any questions, again, our PAC email is always down below in the video notes. So shoot them our way. We're happy to help with whatever we can or refer you to the right area if we aren't the right people to answer your questions. And I will see you next time.